Hi, if you're a veteran in the Tulsa area or actually in the state of Oklahoma, you need to meet this amazing woman.
Hi, everybody. My name is Pidda, and I'm the Women's Veteran Coordinator or Facilitator across the state for Oklahoma Department of Veterans Affairs. So, hi, I'm so glad to be here today with you.
So I bet that most female veterans do not know that there's resources specifically for them.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I want to thank you for the invitation.
It's my pleasure.
Today, we are here at the Coffee Bunker, so if anybody is available, come see me today. But yeah, so my role is to advocate for women veterans across the state, for all 30,000 women that are here locally. And there's so many resources available, not just at ODVA, but collectively, we have done the work and really put all of our resources together along with other agencies. And we really want to share those resources with women veterans across the state. Now, my biggest concern is our rural ladies who are not necessarily connecting with one another, or maybe there's not, they don't yet know of all the resources available to them. So I'd love if any of you know any women who need assistance. I also file claims and benefits. If you're not service connected currently, if you're a woman, please contact me. I would love to connect with you and share all the resources and also empower you about your benefits, not just the state here in the state locally, but also your federal benefits, whether it's education or maybe you want to know about burial benefits. There is benefits for veterans who potential if spouses, if their veterans have passed away, there's also benefits for you as well. And I'd love to really just empower you. I do my best not to keep any information, but share it with everyone because I think that's what best. That's is best for the veteran, and I certainly believe if the veteran is winning, for my specific job is women veterans, and so if it's not ODVA, let me point you in other directions that are safe for women veterans. And so, yeah, I
Right.
just want to tell, our women veterans about ODVA, of course, and also all the resources available. So,
As a woman, this is very exciting for me
yeah.
because when I got out of the service, I was married to a veteran and service member at the time, and then veteran, and I felt isolated and be able to talk about my experiences. And people would ask, "Hey, how come you don't talk about your military experience?" Well, a lot of it is because you wouldn't understand, and or we dealt with a lot of terrorist activity in overseas. So who else is going to understand what that's like living that life? Not anybody, right?
Absolutely. And thank you for saying those things out loud. A lot of women, we don't really talk about some of these
Right.
challenges. And also the stigma is alive and well. And you're right, we can't really talk about those things out loud, maybe with our civilian counterparts, because we've been kind of conditioned and indoctrinated into a system. And, I'm here to kind of provide community. Our agency, my program, we just led a 3-day peer group, community group facilitator trainings. That way, women feel safe within their communities to talk about some of these past trauma, or where they can kind of talk about things with women like themselves who are healthy, who've gone through a training and that is trauma informed, and it's safe. We're not going to be trauma dumping on each other, but just we're going to be having conversations about some of the things that are not being said out loud. And it gives women some space to just be and have those conversations without feeling judged or misinterpreted.
Right.
And unfortunately, we've not created space for women like this. And so I'm really excited to take this on the road and really share with other women veterans on these collective spaces across the state for them to really just connect with one another. My program launched surveys about a year ago, really wanting to understand women veterans and where we were lacking, where we were not answering the call as a state agency. And I think we are trying to really fill in that gap, if you will, and answer that call for women veterans and create spaces where we can feel safe and also ask for those benefits without feeling like you're asking for too much or you are too much, because you're not. I'm here to
Right.
tell you from lived experience. I myself have my own story, my own journey,
Mhm.
and I think we should create space for women veterans to kind of share their stories and ask for help. But I do know that, even from personal experience, I had a really hard time asking for help myself,
That's a veteran. That is a
Yeah.
woman or
Yeah,
man.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It is a stigma that we all kind of fall into.
Hmm.
I was definitely one of them. I didn't ask for help and I didn't have the right support system. And so, when I got into a position with mentors in my surrounding, really helped me get out of a tough situation. And I wanted to use my lived experience to kind of answer the call, because we're all living it.
Right.
The studies show some of our challenges is childcare, not understanding education benefits, and that transition period was really tough for me. And so I wanted to ensure we had the right things in place. And we're still working on that. It's
Mhm.
a long term initiative and long term goal. So the state is able to really answer the call for women veterans. And but again, we can't do this alone, and we're really, partnering up with individuals like
Right.
yourself and women within our community to really share some of these benefits for women veterans. And again, we had this conversation prior to turning
Hmm.
on the camera. Is maybe it's not us, but we want to point you in the direction where you feel the
Right.
most safest. And so building community within your community where you feel safe, and
Right.
wanting to ask for assistance, or maybe you don't know about the benefits, but you feel unsafe walking into um, a government facility. Well, we I will come to you, or we will come to you where you feel safe, or come do some training with me. I want to tell you so you can share with your people.
Right.
So yeah.
Speaking of, one of my other favorite programs that I think started is the mentorship program.
Right, yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please share more about that, because I think that we need mentors.
I agree 100%. And so, yeah, so we developed a mentorship program within the Women's Veterans Program, but not just for women, it's for all veterans. We started with a focus group of women veterans, and we're still in transition through the getting it off the ground. We did receive national sponsorship that are really helping us facilitate that, and we're in the
Nice.
growing process. So that program is alive and well. We're again going through some transition process so we can have the all the support that we can for our women mentors. But that training is coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to
Mhm.
connecting with our mentors and getting them connected too at the national level. There is a lot of women veterans across the country seeking
Yes.
mentorship from our own peers, but not only that. If you want to be connected to agencies across the nation who love veterans and want to hire veterans, please reach out to me. Reach out to schedule an appointment with me. I'd love to share with you and get you on that pathway as soon as possible. And that can get done within 24 hours, and we can get you connected at the national level and then also at the state level. So yeah.
Okay. I have some resources for you I'm going to share with you.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. This has been amazing, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah. Please reach out to me.
Yes, I'll have your contact information on here.
Thank you so much. Yeah, reach out to me. Go on to odva.gov and look up the Women's Veterans Program. You're welcome to look
Yes.
up on there, and also schedule an appointment with me. I do Teams over the phone, and I'd love to connect with all of you, male or female. Um, yeah, let's do this together. I think we are stronger together, and we are stronger in numbers. And if you know any ladies in the rural community, please get them connected to me.
Right.
And we do, the data shows that they're not filing for benefits and so on. And so we want to get them there as soon as possible.
I know we were all trained in the service. You
Yeah.
know, when you ask your supervisor, hey, how do you do this? Just figure it out. Well, this isn't a time to just figure it out. Come to us, connect with us, and we want to help you.
Thank you so
All
much
right.
for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Yes, it was my pleasure.